Thank you.
You're welcome.
It is a great state.
It is.
So I asked the following two questions of every nominee that comes before any of the committees on which I sit. So I'll just start with you, Mr. Hardy, and we'll go down the line. First question, since you became a legal adult, have you ever made unwanted requests for sexual favors or committed any verbal or physical harassment or assault of a sexual nature?
No, Senator.
No, Senator.
No, Senator.
No, Senator.
No, Senator.
Second question, have you ever faced discipline or entered into a settlement related to this kind of conduct?
No, Senator.
No, Senator.
No, Senator.
No, Senator.
No, Senator.
This is a question for Judge Wilson. So we all acknowledge that judges must be nonpartisan and inspire confidence in the public that they will be fair and impartial, and that's why judicial temperament is so important for judges with lifetime tenures. The American Bar Association describes judicial temperament as involving compassion, decisiveness, open-mindedness, courtesy, patience, freedom from bias, and commitment to equal justice under the law. In 2016, you tweeted, and I quote, hashtag crooked Hillary and company equals embodiment of corruption. End quote. You attacked the Justice Department Civil Rights Division in the Obama administration, accusing federal voting rights lawyers of being a, quote, a confederacy of arrogant, unaccountable bureaucrats and willfully ignorant senior leaders, end quote. Your record shows a temperament that is extremely partisan and demeaning of your political opponents. To highlight a few more examples, in 2013, you wrote, quote, Republicans are the adults in the room. Obama and company are increasingly shrill, dishonest, and intellectually bankrupt, end quote. Between 2011 and 2014, you wrote articles that disparagingly referred to President Obama as King Barack, with an imperial mind, accusing him of loving the title of president but failing to do the job, even though he had time for hundreds of golf outings and fundraisers. So you've been highly critical. You have not hidden your extremely clear views about political people. So and these tweets are still publicly available on your Twitter account. Do you believe these public statements are appropriate for a judge?
Senator, no, I don't think they would be appropriate for a judge. And as a sitting judge, I certainly share your concern about the need for an impartial judiciary.
So are these statements of yours still on your Twitter account?
They may be, Senator. I haven't been actively tweeting anything in several months, actually through this process. As I had said earlier, Senator, there was a time when I was active in partisan elective politics, and I spoke out on a number of issues and a number of campaigns during that time
that's
frame.
very clear. So do you think that it's time to remove these comments from your Twitter account as you sit before us with a nominee for a lifetime appointment?
Senator, I totally understand the different role that a judge plays versus when I was in partisan elective office.
Are you taking these comments off your Twitter account is my question.
I think, Senator, if confirmed, I would disable my Twitter account.
Well, you're a sitting judge now, aren't you?
Yes, but an elected official as well, and so that's the reason I've kept it up.
You were asked previously that in 2007, you supported in response to seeking the endorsement of the Mississippi right to life, complete and immediate reversal of the Roe v. Wade decision. And you said just now that, of course, you will follow precedent, but wouldn't you agree that in applying Roe v. Wade, Casey and progeny to each case, do you agree that there is room for interpretation in applying Supreme Court precedent?
Well, Senator, I don't want to preview any decision I would make in a case that came before the court. I would simply reiterate that I would follow precedent faithfully.
Well, of course, you know that is not my question to you. My question is, even in applying Roe v. Wade, isn't there room for interpretation? This is why we still have so many lawsuits involving the extent to which a woman's right to choose is protected. This is why so many states are passing laws that restrict a woman's right to choose, and this is why there's litigation going on even as we speak. So wouldn't you say there is room for interpretation of the reach of Roe v. Wade?
Well, as you
Judge,
note,
if you could give us a brief answer, sir.
I was just going to
Yes or
say,
no?
Senator, as you note, I wouldn't want to comment as a sitting judge or as a nominee on matters that may come before the court.
Again, Mr. Chairman, these are not responsive to my questions, so I would say that, of course, there's room for interpretation. That's what happens. That's why we have judges. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator.